Hello everybody and welcome back. This is tutorial number 6. I actually want to go over switch statements. So what a switch statement is it is a statement to where if you get a number or a certain case that matches, it will do specific code that you want it to do. So if we actually go in here and let's start off with just writing console dot out and dot right line, and in here let's say enter your name. Okay, and then before this let's go ahead and initialize a string. Okay, and then after, what we're going to do is we're going to go console dot read line, and then we're going to say equals. So as you remember, what this is going to do is whenever you enter your name, it's going to go right here and it's going to read that line and it's going to set that to name. So what we want to do next is we want to say switch, and then inside here we want to say name, because this is basically what we want to actually check for the actual case statement itself. So now inside of the actual switch statement, we actually want to write case, and we'll just put Marcus. You can put your name, and then we'll put a colon, because after this what we actually want to do is we want it to actually have code. So we'll do console dot let's do dot out dot right line, okay, and then in here that is an awesome name. Okay, and then what we actually have to do is, besides this, we actually have to put what's called a break statement, because that basically says, okay, whenever this is done, we want to break out of this actual case statement and we don't want to run any of the other code inside of here. So whenever, like I said, whenever this gets checked and it goes through here and it says, oh yeah, well this equals Marcus, then it's going to run this code. But if you actually have another one of these in here, and we'll actually change this to Bob, okay, no offense to any Bobs out there. But anyway, so what it does is it goes through here and it says, okay, well, once we get done with this, we don't want to move to this one. We want to break out, and it'll just kick out. So if it checks this name and it goes through here and it says, okay, well, this is Bob, it's going to break out after it gets done with this. Now, with all these different cases, you can have a bunch of cases, but you always want to have a default. And now what this default does is, if it doesn't match anything, then this is the code that is actually going to run. So we'll actually do the same thing, and we'll just put name isn't important. Okay, so now whenever we do this, if we actually run this, what this should do is it'll ask for your name. You enter your name, and then it goes to here, and it goes through, and whichever one it is, it'll do that and output it. So let's go ahead and run this. And what is your name? Marcus. That's an awesome name. Okay, so let's try running it again. And let's go Bob. Your name isn't important. Now, the reason that it did this, your name isn't important, instead of that is a horrible name, is because Bob is case sensitive. So inside of this code right here, we've got a capital B instead of a lowercase b, which we actually put in here. So as far as that actually goes, what we can do is we can actually put in here an extra statement that adds on to it. Now with this extra statement right here, what we actually want to do is we can put it underneath it. Actually, we want a colon right here. Add a colon there. And then in this one we actually want to do case, and then we actually do the lowercase Bob. And you know, we could actually do this with Marcus, with any of the other actual stuff that you want to do if you're doing names or numbers or anything like that. So if we actually run this and we type in capital B-O-B, it says that's a horrible name. So if we actually run it again and we just do Bob, that's a horrible name. So as you see, that's how you basically do multiple cases. So basically this is actual switch statements. You'll be able to use this a lot in certain situations. So say if you have a ticket booth and you input, okay, well I want a child ticket. So this would go in here and say, okay, well this is child. We want to do the case for child. Then it'll give us the child price. If we had adult, then it's going to be adult price. If we had seniors, it's going to give us the seniors price. So that's basically how the actual switch statements work, and what you can actually use them for. So that's the end of this tutorial for this time. I'll have another tutorial up here pretty soon, so just keep watching and stay tuned. Thank you.